The universe is a vast and unforgiving place where each planet holds its own deadly secrets. Did you know that the surface temperature on Venus is hot enough to melt lead, making it the hottest planet in our solar system? This scorching fact reveals just how hostile some worlds truly are. But what if you could experience the final moments on these planets? Would you survive, or would the planet itself become your ultimate executioner? Are you ready to discover what it's really like to die on every planet? Mercury. Mercury is a planet of extremes, and dying there would be a brutal experience unlike anything on Earth. With daytime temperatures soaring to a blistering 430 degrees Celsius, your body would be exposed to intense heat that could incinerate you in moments. But the horror doesn't end when the sun sets. Nighttime temperatures plunge to a bone-chilling minus 180 degrees Celsius, freezing anything left behind. The planet's atmosphere is almost non-existent, offering no protection from deadly solar radiation or any breathable air. Without a spacesuit, suffocation would be swift, and the lack of atmosphere means there's no sound, no wind, just a silent, lifeless void. The surface is covered in craters and jagged rocks, making any attempt to survive physically impossible. On Mercury, you wouldn't just die, you'd be crushed between extremes, scorched by the sun's relentless heat, then frozen solid in the cold vacuum of space. It's a place where survival isn't just unlikely, it's impossible. A stark reminder of how fragile life is beyond our home planet. The merciless environment of Mercury is a testament to the unforgiving nature of space, where the difference between life and death is measured in degrees and seconds. Venus. Venus is often called Earth's twin, but dying there would be nothing like anything we experience here. The moment you step onto Venus, you'd be crushed by an atmosphere 92 times denser than Earth's. Imagine the pressure at the bottom of the deepest ocean multiplied many times over. Your body wouldn't just break, it would be flattened under this immense weight in seconds. But pressure is just the beginning. The air is almost entirely carbon dioxide, laced with clouds of sulfuric acid that would corrode your skin and lungs instantly. Breathing in even a single breath would be fatal, causing immediate suffocation and chemical burns. Temperatures on the surface hover around a hellish 465 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead, so any exposed flesh would be incinerated rapidly. The thick, toxic atmosphere traps heat in a runaway greenhouse effect, making Venus the hottest planet in our solar system despite not being the closest to the sun. There's no shelter from this relentless inferno. The crushing pressure, suffocating air, and blistering heat combine to create a death sentence unlike any other. On Venus, survival isn't just unlikely, it's impossible. It's a world that reminds us how delicate our existence is, and how uniquely suited Earth is to support life. Facing death on Venus means confronting an alien environment so hostile it defies human endurance, a stark warning of the dangers lurking in our cosmic neighborhood. Earth. Earth is the only planet we truly call home, but even here, death comes in countless forms, each a reminder of life's fragility. Unlike the other planets where death is swift and absolute, Earth offers a complex dance between survival and demise. From natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes to diseases and aging, death here is often a drawn-out process, filled with struggle and sometimes peace. Our atmosphere, rich in oxygen, sustains life but also carries invisible threats like viruses and pollutants. The diversity of ecosystems means death can come from a myriad of sources, predators, accidents, or even the slow decay of time. Yet Earth's protective magnetic field and breathable air make it uniquely suited for life to thrive, fight, and sometimes cheat death for a while longer. Unlike the crushing pressures of Venus or the freezing void of Mars, Earth's environment allows for hope, healing, and resilience. Death here is not just an end but part of a cycle that fuels new beginnings. It's a planet where life and death are intertwined in a delicate balance, making every moment precious. While the other planets offer harsh, immediate ends, Earth's version of dying is a complex, deeply human experience, sometimes tragic, sometimes beautiful, but always a testament to the extraordinary conditions that make life possible. Mars. Mars might seem like the most promising place to visit beyond Earth, but dying there would be a harsh and lonely ordeal. The thin atmosphere, made mostly of carbon dioxide, offers almost no oxygen, so without a spacesuit, suffocation would be swift and inevitable. Temperatures on Mars can plunge to a frigid minus 125 degrees Celsius at night, freezing exposed skin and organs in minutes. Unlike Earth, Mars lacks a protective magnetic field, leaving its surface bombarded by deadly cosmic and solar radiation that would damage your cells and accelerate death. The planet's dusty environment, with frequent dust storms that can engulf the entire planet for weeks, would make breathing impossible and blind any hope of escape. Even if you survived the initial lack of air and freezing cold, the relentless radiation and isolation would make death certain. Mars has no liquid water on the surface, no shelter, and no atmosphere to soften the blow. It's a barren wasteland where life struggles to exist, and death comes quickly and quietly. Facing death on Mars is a stark reminder of how uniquely Earth protects and nurtures life, and how unforgiving the cosmos can be beyond our fragile blue planet. Jupiter. Jupiter is a colossal giant, but dying there would be a violent and instantaneous ordeal. Unlike the rocky planets, Jupiter is a gas giant with no solid surface to stand on, only layers of thick, crushing gases. As you plunge into its atmosphere, the pressure would increase so rapidly that your body would be crushed like a tin can within seconds. The intense gravity, over 2.5 times that of Earth, would make every movement agonizing and suffocating. On top of that, Jupiter's atmosphere is filled with deadly radiation belts far stronger than Earth's, capable of frying your cells and nervous system almost instantly. Violent storms rage across the planet, including the famous Great Red Spot, a storm larger than Earth that has been raging for centuries, with winds reaching hundreds of miles per hour. There's no hope of survival in this swirling chaos, no solid ground, no breathable air, just a crushing, radioactive storm that would obliterate you long before you could even realize what's happening. Dying on Jupiter is a brutal reminder of the raw, unforgiving forces that dominate the gas giants, worlds so alien and extreme that human life simply cannot exist. It's a death that's swift, violent, and utterly merciless, highlighting the stark contrast between Earth's hospitable environment and the hostile vastness of our solar system. Saturn. Saturn's breathtaking rings might captivate your imagination, but dying on this gas giant would be a nightmare beyond comprehension. Like Jupiter, Saturn has no solid surface, just thick layers of hydrogen and helium gas, crushing everything beneath with unimaginable pressure. As you descend, the pressure would increase so rapidly that your body would be flattened and crushed in moments. The atmosphere is toxic, offering no oxygen and filled with deadly gases that would suffocate you instantly. Violent storms rage across the planet, with winds reaching speeds of over 1,800 kilometers per hour, battering anything caught in their path. The cold temperatures and crushing gravity would leave no chance for survival, while the intense radiation belts would fry your cells in seconds. Even the iconic rings made of ice and rock offer no refuge. They are a dazzling but deadly barrier circling this hostile world. Dying on Saturn means being overwhelmed by crushing pressure, toxic gases, and relentless storms. A stark contrast to the calm and life-sustaining environment of Earth. It's a brutal end on a planet that looks beautiful from afar but hides a violent and merciless reality beneath its shimmering facade. Uranus. Uranus is a world of icy mystery, but dying there would be a chilling and merciless experience. Its atmosphere, a toxic blend of hydrogen, helium, and methane, offers no oxygen and would poison your lungs instantly. Temperatures plunge to an unimaginable -224 degrees Celsius, colder than any other planet in the solar system, freezing exposed flesh and internal organs within moments. The planet's extreme winds, reaching speeds of up to 900 kilometers per hour, would batter your body relentlessly, tearing at any protective gear or suit. Unlike the fiery infernos of Venus or the crushing gas giants, Uranus kills with a deadly combination of freezing cold, toxic air, and violent storms. Its tilted axis causes extreme seasonal changes, but no season brings relief from the brutal conditions. Radiation levels, though less intense than Jupiter or Saturn, still pose a lethal threat over time. Death on Uranus is a slow, frozen suffocation, a stark contrast to the fiery or crushing ends on other planets. It's a silent, icy grave in the depths of space, reminding us how fragile life is and how uniquely Earth shelters us from such cosmic horrors. Neptune. Neptune is a planet of extremes where death would come in a violent and unforgiving storm. The atmosphere is a swirling mix of hydrogen, helium, and methane, creating a toxic environment with no oxygen to breathe. temperatures plunge to a bone-chilling minus 214 degrees Celsius, or minus 353 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing any exposed skin and organs almost instantly. But it's the winds that truly define Neptune's deadly nature. Howling at speeds up to 2,100 kilometers per hour, these are the fastest winds in the solar system, capable of tearing apart anything in their path. The crushing atmospheric pressure would squeeze your body relentlessly as you descend, while the intense cold would freeze you solid. Unlike the gas giants closer to the sun, Neptune's storms are mysterious and fierce, swirling in a dark blue haze that hides the planet's lethal secrets. Radiation levels add another layer of danger, damaging cells and accelerating death. Dying on Neptune means facing a brutal combination of freezing cold, crushing pressure, toxic air, and relentless planet-wide storms. It's a death marked by chaos and silence, a stark reminder of how hostile the outer reaches of our solar system truly are. Neptune's beauty from afar masks a violent world where survival is impossible, and death is swift and merciless. Pluto. Pluto may no longer be classified as a planet, but dying there would still be a chilling and lonely fate. This distant dwarf world is a frozen wasteland with surface temperatures dropping to nearly minus 240 degrees Celsius, colder than any other place in our solar system. The atmosphere is incredibly thin, mostly nitrogen, with almost no oxygen to breathe. Without protection, you would freeze solid within moments, your body succumbing to the extreme cold and lack of air. Pluto's weak gravity and lack of magnetic field mean it offers no shield from deadly cosmic radiation, which would slowly damage your cells as you drift in the frigid darkness. The surface itself is covered in ice and rocky terrain, offering no shelter or warmth. Death on Pluto is a slow, frozen suffocation in a silent, desolate environment where time seems to stand still. It's a stark reminder of the vast, cold reaches of space and how uniquely Earth supports life. Far from the warmth and protection of the sun, Pluto is a graveyard of ice and silence, a place where survival is impossible and death is absolute. The Sun. The Sun is the ultimate force of destruction in our solar system, and dying there would be an instant and fiery end beyond comprehension. Temperatures on the Sun's surface soar to around 5,500 degrees Celsius, hot enough to vaporize any matter in seconds. As you approach, the intense heat would burn away your skin, muscles, and bones almost immediately, reducing your body to a cloud of plasma before you even reach the surface. The Sun's gravity is so powerful that it would pull you in at unimaginable speeds, crushing and stretching your body in a deadly process called spaghettification. Beyond the surface lies the Sun's core, where nuclear fusion powers its immense energy output, an environment utterly hostile to any form of life. There's no escape from the searing radiation pouring out in all directions, which would fry your cells and nervous system instantly. Death on the Sun isn't just an end, it's a violent obliteration, a complete erasure of existence in a blaze of unimaginable heat and energy. It's the ultimate reminder that while the Sun gives life to Earth, it also holds the power to destroy everything in an instant. Facing death on the Sun is confronting the raw, unstoppable force at the heart of our solar system, a fiery grave that consumes all without mercy. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic journey through the final moments on every planet. If you enjoyed exploring these mind-blowing facts and want to dive deeper into the wonders of science and technology, make sure to subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us which planet's death scenario surprised you the most. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.